Hello, beautiful people. I am back at one of my favorite spots, sitting back, relaxing, enjoying the peace and tranquility. Beautiful people, I hope you, beautiful people, are having a good day, beautiful people. I hope you are getting the best out of your day. I hope you are looking to get the best out of your day. I hope your day is thriving, beautiful people, to show forth, beautiful people. I hope your day is thriving, beautiful people, to search out into your day, beautiful people, to draw from your day, beautiful people. What's beautiful in the day, what's beautiful about the day. And if it's not, make it that way, beautiful people. Make it that way with what you have to say, the beautiful things you have to say, and the beautiful things that you have to do. Beautiful people, beautiful, beautiful people. Let's learn the power of the word yes and no. We have too many of our children, young people, young men of color who are going to prison, beautiful people, who are robbing, stealing, and killing to get what they want or what they think, the things that they think that they need. This reverse way of thinking and living, beautiful people, we're spoiling our children. This reverse way of thinking and living that we think that we have to have for the love of money, beautiful, beautiful people, is the root of all evil. We think, beautiful people, we've got this reverse way of thinking backwards. We spoiled our children and we got them growing up thinking, beautiful people, since they're not going to go to school, not going to get an education, or not going to get a job, not going to graduate, beautiful people, to get the things essential that they need to balance out life and living. Not everything that they think that they have to need, or everything that they think that they want, that they need, and that they have to have. We've done that wrong. Well, not me, but that's been done wrong. Because I don't believe in spoiling children. Beautiful people, I believe in loving them. And that's the thing that we should be teaching them. Beautiful people, that they have to have in life and in society is love. Because you can see that when they don't get it, when they don't get their nutrition of love, the nutrients of love, that A, B, C, D, E requirement for living, love, the vitamin C of love, the nurturement of love, the consistencies of its beauty, beautiful people, of love. You see how you see how deformed they are, beautiful people. You see how deficient they are. The deficiency level is low. They can't function normally. Why do you think that the world is so unstable? Beautiful people, it's not because of anything else other than the lack of love and the need of it. Beautiful people. Now, if they will go out into the world like some people do, and some young people do, who want to know who they are, that will do anything to get it, or do what's essential and necessary to get it, and they find it, because they never give up on searching for it. That's what happens when you spoil children. See, when I was coming up, they didn't pick up a child every time they cried, beautiful people, because it wasn't no every time they cried, because they didn't pick them up all the time. You all think that you have to hold them in your arms all the time. The only time they picked the child up was to change his diaper and to make sure that he wasn't hungry or thirsty. You all spoil these children and you hold them in your arms, got them in your arms, and everybody got them in their arms, talking about how beautiful and cute they are, and they do have a beautiful soul. And then some people will say that then there's some ugly children. No. That's another way you've been trained to think. By appearance, beautiful people. What you see is what you get. We got to get past all that, beautiful people. And then when you finally lay them down, the results of what you've done, as a result of what you've done, the results are in. They won't stop crying now because you wouldn't stop holding them. And now you've created that pattern for the rest of their lives. And at some point in time or another, you're no longer here to feed them that spoiled, that false, spoiled, sense of thinking and living in reality that it has to always be that way. And now you're gone and they can't even function. They can't even function in life. They become dysfunctional because they've been taught to think that that's normal, to be ruined and to be spoiled. Everything has to be a certain way. You have to have this. You have to have that. It has to be expensive. If it isn't expensive, it's not right. It has to be overt. It has to be over the top. It has to be over and excessive. And that then these young people who are not going to school and not educating themselves, unfortunately, and they're not being taught that, but they're being taught to be spoiled. They're not taught to go out in life and establish a life for themselves, but they're being taught to be spoiled. And then there's who are being taught to be both. And they think things have to be a certain way, and they miss out on what's really meant to be for them, or what they're really meant to have. And they don't get it. It's because they're thinking above. Beautiful people. They're thinking beyond. They're thinking out of the way. They're thinking around that's meant for them, or that they need and have to have, that's right in front of them. And it may not be expensive. It may be cheap. The most important thing is it may be just the thing that they need. But because they're ruined and they're spoiled, they don't know that. Beautiful people, our beautiful people out here robbing stores and killing people and carrying on. We've spoiled them and got them thinking that it have to be that way. Beautiful people, let's not teach our children to think and live that way. And if they don't have that father figure, that mentor in their life, get it for them. Get it for them. Teach them how to find it, or to be open to receiving it for themselves, and not have a closed caption view, or a one-dimensional way of thinking and living. Teach them to understand and observe these things, beautiful people, but let's stop spoiling our children. Beautiful people, you walk around with them in your arms, these little babies, all the time, and you better not put them down after having done so. You make them think that they have to have things a certain way. If they throw a tantrum or cry, you give it to them just to shut them up or to keep them quiet, because you didn't lay the ground foundation from the beginning. Like I stated before, when we were coming up, they didn't do that. No, because they didn't have time to be holding no baby in their arms, no 5, 10, and 20 hours a day. They had no time for that. So, the baby cried for a little while, then it will be quiet, because there was an extended period of time that they were held. So they didn't sense that, so they didn't expect that. They didn't feel that, so they didn't cry for that. Like I said, they pick them up to feed them, change them, give them some little toys or something to play with, or dangling over their little baby beds. They were good. It wasn't all of that. But you all spoil these children, and you've got to hold them in your arms 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours, 20 hours a day. That's over and excessive. That's overt. And then when you're no longer here to feed them that mentality, and they think that it's got to be that way, now they're willing to do the only thing that they know that they've been taught to do. And that's to do anything to have it and to get it that way. Beautiful people, don't raise them like that. Don't teach them that. To do anything to get it. And then when they're locked up in the system, all they have is time to think about, or somebody that's in there that knows better, to teach them the difference. For them to acknowledge the fact that, teach them that was wrong. It doesn't work like that. That's not real life. That's not the way to function and exist and to think and to believe in life, is that things have to be the way that you think that they should be, or if they're not, you will, or because they're not, you're willing to do anything to have it that way and to get it that way. Don't sabotage the life of your child like that. Don't do that, beautiful people. Then they got to come out here into the world to me, and I got to love them. I got to encourage them. I got to nurture them. And I got to let them know that I love them and I care about them, and that they are somebody important, and that they are beautiful from their soul to their life, that they are beautiful. To all you beautiful people out there in the world, have a smiling day.